truths I want to share. Let's discuss a world of politics and ideas we can't compare. That will give you some perspective on the way things seem to be. Moving forward with our medicines and all technology. That the world is full of stranger things that we can't comprehend. Full of creatures from another world and conspiracies, my friend. Tell me more about the chemicals that are active in our brains when we feel the thing that we call love ties us up in chains.
On the JAG Show. I hope it sounds good. On the JAG Show. On the JAG
Show.
Welcome
Wow.
welcome to another episode of the JAG Show. I am one of your hosts, JD Marcel, Jason.
Huh?
Of course, we got the guy jacking off right here. We got Jimbo in the.
What up, everybody? How is everybody?
Everybody's great, man. Well, no, not so actually. Everybody's not
Hey,
great.
man.
We'll talk-
Oh.
Yeah, man. Of course, we got Dre Day all day in the fucking house.
Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck
If
it.
only this is a message. This is
To
a
the
song with a
protesters.
message for the city, for the protesters.
Fuck the pain away.
For the fucking
That's
I like
gotta
it.
do, guys.
fuck the pain away.
I love how no matter how serious the situation is, just fuck the pain away.
Yeah, just keep doing it, bro.
I feel weird doing it. I don't know why. Go ahead, talk.
And of course, we got Mike in the house. Welcome, Mike. What's up, man?
How's it going?
Thank you for joining
change.
us.
Oh, for sure, man.
Yeah, how you doing today, man? I know times are tough. It was showing that 9th was kind of not going away, but easing off a little bit in the world, and so things were up again. A whole bunch of about that. How do you feel about that, man? About everything opening up again? Do you think we're ready for that, or is that something that we definitely should not do?
I definitely think like we should. I want us to open up, but I'm not sure if right now's the time to do it.
Okay.
Talk about what you do, though. Punks for Change, right? You have an organization?
Yeah, Punks for Change out here in San Diego. It's our punk scene out here, giving back to our community. We've worked with the houseless community, with low-income families, the animal shelters out here, and we've done like toy drives and stuff like that. And we all do it through music, mainly punk and hardcore music. So yeah.
Events and for people to join in, and have a little fun while helping out the community.
Oh, for sure. So how we usually go about it is we'll get these bands to perform, and people will bring some items to give back to our community for like a less price to pay. And like, let's say, I don't know, show's $15, and they bring in like a box of tampons, it'll be $10. So,
And then during COVID-19, you had another drive, right, where you collected a bunch of like resources for the houseless.
Yeah, we're still doing that actually. We try to do it almost like every other week. We'll try to do no contact drop-offs. So we'll get a lot of items like tampons, power bars, even some art supplies for the kids, and we'll get like a lot of necessities, pretty much things that we need, they need. So like we'll put these kits together, and we'll go to to our little area where all like the houseless people were at, and we'll do like no contact drop off. So they know us very well. They're very aware of us, and we'll let them know, hey guys, just stay 6 feet apart. We're gonna lay your stuff out on the sidewalk. When we get in the car, then you guys can come grab the stuff. And they're very respectful. They, no one ever tries trampling over each other, and everyone, whatever they get, they distribute to the whole community out there. So,
Nice.
yeah.
For those people that would like to involved in something like that, is there like a website or a phone number that they could call or something, some way that they could reach you guys?
They could definitely reach us on Instagram or Facebook. We're Punks for Change, PUNKS, the number 4 change, and all one word. Either Instagram or Facebook.
What made you start all this? What like sparked the fire, if you will?
Last year we had a lot of devastating fires throughout California, and I saw a lot of I'm a huge animal lover. Me and my girl were very much involved with animals. So when we saw all these burnt animals, like they're charred, and like it broke our hearts.
Yeah, it was terrible.
So like we were like, I feel like we should do something, and we thought up of like, hey, you know what, we know some good bands. Like I'm sure if we put this idea out for them, they'll probably go for it, and
that's cool.
Sure enough, like Lower Class Brats did our show.
Shout out.
Death by Stereo.
Yeah, nice.
All right.
Yeah, Mafia Rusa and some local.
Nice.
So it was an awesome fucking night, and
that's great, man.
Yeah, like even and from then on, we just continued on, and we're still like about it. We're trying to put some virtual show going on right now too. So.
Oh, that's fire. That's cool.
Yeah, keep your eye out.
Hey, you guys got some people in the chat. You got IMER saying hello, fellow Jagger offers. And then
shout out Jagalettes.
Tuscadero said, I tried fucking the pain away and ended up with a messed up back. Oh yeah, he threw out his back. He got too much of the sex. Threw out his back. He wasn't available for the Hyperdash League official launch. Angel Martinez said, what up, Jagoffs? And Jay Wolfie said, sup, my dudes. So Angel's still a fan.
But he disliked it, so no.
Okay, so that's pretty awesome, man. And I would definitely be interested in helping out in some way, doing that, helping out the community. That's what it's all about, man. Some people just need, that special help, man. There's unfortunately some people don't have the luxury of somebody to turn to. So, you helping out that way, that's amazing, man. You're a solid human being, man. In my book, right?
Yeah.
And
again, that's PUNK. I'm sorry.
Yeah, PUNKS, the number 4 change.
Sick. On Instagram, spread it like wild, like
like herpes. Spread it.
That one. Now,
yeah, you know what?
spread it like the flu.
A lot of people like they don't necessarily really know how to do that type of outreach. I get a lot of messages from people like, hey, how could I help out? This is a way of helping out. Like, come to our shows, give off a donation to us. We'll pass it on to our houseless community, and right there, like you're getting back. So that's your contribution. And we want people to take our idea. We're all about just helping each other out. So, like, we're gonna try to do a show in LA at some point. To get out there, Arizona, Nevada. We're gonna try to tour around.
Nice.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely pretty cool, man. And let us know the dates for that LA show. I'm totally there. That'd be freaking awesome. Regarding going to places. So right now, uh, the country is in a, I'm not gonna say total chaos, but a bit of a pickle right now. Everybody is going completely nuts right now because of the unfortunate death of George Floyd, and so riots are happening all over the country.
Yeah.
What do you think about what's going on, man? How do you think about this whole situation? And what is it that you think people need to do in order to, pretty much come up with a solution for this problem that we have currently?
Well, I mean, my whole thoughts on this is that, the people are pissed off, dude. Like, people are pissed off and they're taking it upon themselves to go riot on the streets because peaceful marching and those types of protests, they're not being heard that much. Because even with that, conservatives seem to have a big issue with that too. They'll bitch about, oh, this guy's taking a knee for a protest. Like, what kind of shit is that? Like, there's no, at this point there is no right way of doing it to them. So they're taking it a different route and they're rioting. I don't fucking blame them. The only thing I'm not for is small businesses. Don't fucking go after small businesses. That doesn't make sense to me because I'll be honest, like, I have a lot of friends that own small businesses. I contribute to a lot of those small businesses because I'm an avid record collector. I just went out to pick up some records that I had bought online,
Right.
And I support all that shit. I and a lot of those record stores, they hold my love, and it's music. I don't want that
Shout out.
to go away. I don't want that shit to fucking get destroyed. Otherwise, we're just gonna be dependent on just like iTunes and shit. I don't need that shit. I'd rather have my records, and I like supporting that stuff. Honestly, those places are like the pillars of society. I think like that's how it all started, anyways, with small businesses. Small businesses, and then some of them get bigger, but some of them are happy where they're at. But I really don't feel people should be fucking looting those places. If you want to loot fucking Target and Walmart, have at it, dude. Like that merchandise is replaceable. Like lives are.
I bet you they're insured up the ass.
Yeah, they could take. And a lot of these small businesses, they're not. Like some people like depend on it.
Yeah, it's their livelihood.
So
They like live on that.
That's right. And so I'm not for people looting small businesses. Big businesses, go for it. Fuck it. My thing is, the system has really fucking failed the people, and they're fucking the system back for getting fucked in the first place. Like they've been getting fucked. Why not fuck back? It's not even a playing field to me. So
And just right now, I mean, protesters all over the place. There's protests in Long Beach right now. There's another stream that I had earlier from San Francisco, all over California, all over the nation. We just got a call. That's why we're doing this now. We got what is it? One of those Amber Alerts on our phones. Get home, curfew at 6, and not just Los Angeles City, but LA County. It's a lot. It's crazy out there right now. I don't know, man. There's a lot of videos. There's a lot of personal accounts. There's so much out there, and it's the first time that you get to you're almost you get that eye view, that first-hand view, but also like it's a lot of information, a lot of things to take in, a lot of emotion, and I don't think we as a society, as a species, have experienced this kind of thing. At least not so much the protests or violence, but these first-hand accounts. And we're also seeing like reporters getting arrested and getting shot at. Like it's almost like It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And then, the president tweeting about National Guard and it's crazy. It's crazy.
I think that guy's just fucking provoking more people. Honestly, like he's saying he's pulling out the National Guard and shit. That's gonna fucking. He's just feeding fuel to the fire. That's all he's doing.
It's definitely something that I certainly, because I was too young for the first riots in LA.
The LA riot. Same.
Remember the one thing that I do remember from those is like just stepping out to like the front yard. We were living in the back house, so it wasn't any danger. But at the time, we were living maybe a couple blocks from the South Central, so you could hear the helicopters and you can see some of the smoke, but I didn't understand it. It was still far away, and like here now, it's just at the doorstep. You know what I mean? It's nuts. It's crazy. Just call on your people, make sure they're okay.
That's how it works for us too. Like it's literally like a 7-minute drive from where all those fires were yesterday, and now it got spread out deeper into San Diego, so they're dealing with it. But still, it's still my city too.
Yeah. Of course, it affects everybody, and it's just it's insane.
It's definitely everybody. It's a little crazy because you would, as a society, as a whole, as us as human beings, and involves the difference between right and wrong, having conscious what is right and what is wrong. I'm all for a protest, and I know to say, well, peaceful protests have not worked in the past, and that's true. Some of them haven't. Some of them have. I feel like the human race, as opposed to destroying, harming innocent people that have nothing to do with what's going on. Yeah, like I said, the douche cops that were involved in all of this, that started this whole thing, the main cop, he was arrested, were fired. A lot of people don't agree with that.
No,
like should be brought charges, even the ones that weren't technically, but they weren't doing anything with that too. But the fact that people are dying because of these riots, that the fact that small affected, that people are just going along personal gain, get to break into, get whatever the fuck they need.
Yeah,
keep fucking doing that shit. That's not.
If I feel like if you really don't feel strongly about it, don't fucking go out there. If you have no business out there, if you have no
exactly.
But see, like the people, those opportunists, and they're gonna fucking take that opportunity just because it's there, just because just because they can, it's an excuse. Like, well, everyone's rioting, and I feel like they'd use that as a clutch. Like, oh well, I was fighting for something, but in reality, some people are not fucking doing it. They're not doing it for the right.
You can't really tell.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no. I was gonna say, like, I saw some people who weren't even black. They were like spray painting Black Lives Matters, and like these people were like, dude, we're not asking you to fucking do that. And
yeah.
Like, why the fuck are you doing that? Don't.
Now we're
have their fucking backs, but don't fucking
vandalize.
Yeah, don't fucking do that shit.
Now I'm gonna reach into my conspiracy theory bag, and I know right now with the situation, it's really crazy to just even do anything. But hypothetically, what if there was a group of people out there paid to do all this sort of crazy stuff? And let's we've seen it. You know, they're called agent provocateurs, and it's people who have, like you said, no business doing that kind of stuff, but they dress in the mask and they dress in the attire and they start breaking windows. We've seen a few videos out there of like just random dudes in masks breaking AutoZone glasses, and then other people are like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And smash, smash, smashy.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I think a lot of these things are fucking infiltrated. Like they're fucking, they're doing it for their own fucking gain. You know, they're not.
Dude.
Yeah, I know, man.
I recently posted something on it talking about yeah, and maybe I should have worded it a little better. I did, but essentially what writing's becoming a fact. See that in it, there go the rest because it's due for the cause, not because they're just trying this for the atrocity that happened with George Floyd, and the controversy with that. And what I was trying to explain essentially was for people to protest, and yeah, too, there are a lot of people. You said like, there are a lot of people just doing it for personal gain. Some people just didn't see it that way. Pretty much about like and how black people in the past have been affected by the white privilege, and that's true. That I can't say anything on that. Fortunately, that we live in a country where this was a thing. But my overall message was that I choose, and what's going on is very. A lot of people didn't understand that. How do you feel about that?
I get where you're coming from. My only pushback is that like peace hasn't done much to justify things now. Like, and people need an outlet somehow. I would much rather things to be peaceful, but you know what? If people stay quiet and they stay like all peaceful and like they try to go about it that way, they're still gonna be getting fucked by the system. And it's not. I don't know.
And it's funny because,
no, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like it's funny because you say it and then other people are gonna be like, dude, you're crazy, you're crazy, you're crazy, you don't know what you're talking about, and it's. I don't know, man. It's just wild because there's people who are like getting murdered, flat out murdered on video.
I don't like that. I don't like the fact where it gets to like people are getting hurt and shit. But I mean, I don't know, man. It's a tough subject. Like it's hard.
It really is.
Because you want to feel like some sort of compassion of why people are doing that shit, but if it comes down to people getting hurt, I'm not about that.
Yeah, man. Like there has to be a different way, but like you have to, like there has to be a different way, but other ways haven't worked. And I'm not, and I don't think any of us or anybody with a stable mind will be like, yeah, fuck everybody and hurt everyone and let them all burn. Like, nah, man, we have to calm down. We're all better than that, but you have to understand where all that is coming from as well. It's not a touchy subject. It's just very complex.
Hey,
Yeah.
Your audience is saying, I am yours. Said I feel like 90% of the people in the streets are opportunists. They don't give a shit about the dead. They just out there for personal gain. And then he said, Jimmy, yes, these people are always infiltrated in any riot. They're pushing for a police state martial law. which is what I was saying. Like that's crazy. But you think the pandemic was bad? Wait till they issue curfew and martial law. And then Jay Wolvie said, "Dude, they just looted the Pike at Long Beach."
But
What? That's crazy, man. And you can follow all that shit on Instagram. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
You can just hit up like hashtag Long Beach. You could probably find a million videos already. People going live. It's insane.
I don't know if the percentage is that fucking high that people are, just being opportunists, but I think a good fair share of people are doing it. I strongly feel, at least, this is what I get off of my community out here in San Diego. I'm just speaking for San Diego, not anywhere else. I don't know. I couldn't speak much about that. I know people are very passionate about what's going on. They're fucking pissed off. They're and the only reason why it got crazy yesterday was because a black guy in La Mesa, which is like 7 minutes away from my house. This guy fucking got put held down by the fucking police officer. He was just out. He was out smoking a cigarette, and that's
what.
And he got arrested. The cops are fucking holding him down. So these fucking pigs are taking their fucking power way out of fucking hand. It's too much, dude. Like they're se pasan,
yeah.
Yeah, and it's really. I honestly, I am aghast only because I've never seen anything like this, and I've never witnessed such. I don't even know what to say. Emotion, such hate, such love. You know what I mean? Because you also see videos of police chiefs taking a knee with protesters, and you also see protesters shielding a stray officer. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I
in
saw
all
that.
that bullshit,
That was nice.
yeah, you see a lot of that, like just humanity, bro. And like we need to inject everywhere with humanity. And it's just wow, it's crazy, man.
I think the media too is fucking blowing shit. Like they like to focus on like the terrible fucking things. They don't fucking. They never record like the good thing that's going on either. Like they won't fucking film people protesting peacefully, and that's how it actually started out here. Like until like 7 o'clock, it got bad. They started at like 11 or some shit in the morning, and everyone was peaceful, and then the police started fucking pushing people around.
It's crazy. You know what else I saw also? I saw a video of a pile of bricks randomly left
There,
City Hall. What?
Pile of bricks there.
it's not. It's happening in different areas too. It's not just one spot where they're doing that.
I don't understand.
They're doing that in San Diego too. So
That goes to a bit of conspiracy theory. From what I've heard, that any it's actually either the government or people intentionally, the man, trying to intentionally incite some sort of violence or riots for their own personal agenda.
The super mega wealthy.
Yep, to push their own narrative.
And it's that little 1% of the 1%. I mean, think about it, guys. Fucking homie, old man, Bernie Sanders.
Bernie.
Pulled out. Why? Old man, you had it.
Well,
No, we didn't have it on lock. They fucked him.
feel that the whole fucking thing was against him. Like the Democrats didn't want him in because he was gonna be a monkey wrench in the Democratic Party. They did not want that. So I feel they pretty much pushed him to get out. I think.
You think so?
Oh fuck yeah!
Guys, it's funny. It's
no
funny
doubt,
because
I really believe that if it was Bernie against Trump, Bernie would crush him. I think.
Yeah, 100%.
But that's not the reason. Go ahead.
Huh?
I
No,
was
I'm sorry.
saying
Go.
that's not the reason why they didn't want him. They said that yeah, he might win, but he wouldn't get nothing done in Congress or get nothing done in the Senate because he can't work with his own party. He can't work with Republicans, which I find
No,
bullshit.
but
Yeah,
see,
right.
okay, I did, yeah, I hear what people are saying about that, but I also think in contrast with Trump, they're both a monkey wrench to fucking each party. They don't want shit to go down the way they want it.
Hey,
No.
Jay Wolvie said, "What breaks my heart is people's dreams are being just thrown. Oh, people's dreams are just being thrown into the trash." I'm friends with DJ Jeremiah Red, from K Rock. That fool has dope beats, and his new location got affected. My
Fuck.
sister sent me a text and a location at Bakersfield. They're sending utility vans with bolts and other stuff to buses filled with protesters. And then IMUR
What?
says, Jay Wolvie, yes, that's people from out of town here to support.
That's crazy.
Well, basically, she's saying that, yeah, she sees the same thing he's saying, like bricks and stuff being taken and left in places on purpose.
Ah, damn. And I have a huge headache right now. No, but it just it's pretty like Jimmy said back in '92. Really understand, what was going on, and now
We're living.
situation what was happening. It's crazy because this is some hard times. Definitely three books right now. 20 years from now, this is all going to be in the history. The year of COVID-19 and the riots.
And riots. Oh, don't forget.
And
Oh yeah.
murder.
I heard someone say that's just the filler episode. Murder hornets. But
There's some fool out there. His name is Coyote Peterson. He stung himself with a murder hornet. It's out there. You can
I saw
YouTube that
that.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy's insane.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
So
God.
he found him. This guy, he does that. So there's like
He does
something
that
called
with
a
bugs.
some. Yeah. There's something called a pain index, and there's like the top 5 bugs that have the most painful sting. And so this guy literally just went and got stung by every animal. Not in the same video, but he got stung by every like insect in his
Isn't
arm.
the same
like fire
guy that
ants.
got stung by like a centipede, I think, one time?
Yeah.
One of those.
yeah. Yep.
Fuck those
Yeah.
animals.
Crazy. He put his
No,
hand
it's
in
not.
fire ants.
Like that. Hell no.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Just to
Yeah.
see what he feels like.
No, but this is that's crazy. Yeah, but definitely something for the history books, man.
Yeah.
And it's again very unfortunate, that all of this is happening right now, and that we don't have a better way of dealing with all the troubles that the country is going through. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What can we do, right? And those that are participating and doing the wrong thing by looting and destroying the city. I mean,
That's shit. I don't like it.
yeah, you need to stop that shit. We're supposed to be a country full of civilized people, and it's not. It's not. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, well, you're talking about the black community," and I was like, "No, I'm talking about everybody that is participating in this, and it's not just black people; it's Latinos and it's white people too. It's all races involved in this destruction of the country, and it's not right. And it's unfortunate, what happened to Mr. Floyd, but I hope there's a better way of resolving this, because it's ridiculous, like, to do that to your own city, and for the police department to better themselves as far as their protocol. And like, what are the guidelines to arresting an individual? That definitely needs to be updated. They're fucking up right there.
I don't know if you've heard this conspiracy out there, but it's like supposedly like, and I would believe it. I don't know. It just seems too many fucking things seem to fit together.
Yeah.
But a lot of the police departments all over the U.S. are infiltrated by the KKK, and I wouldn't put it past it. You know, like when people are.
I heard of that one. I heard that it was like one of the biggest mobilizations, quote unquote. It's just weird to hear that kind of stuff. And then also Anonymous came out of the shadows and released some documents, and apparently they took credit for shutting down the Minneapolis PD website.
Really?
So shout out Anonymous. Yeah.
I have actually that video. Dre, if you could pull up
Hey, let's create
the
a
video
group.
that
Let's create a group called exclamation point.
Exclamation We are exclamation point.
we are.
There you go. You guys got it.
That's the Anonymous video right there. Let's go ahead and listen to that and see what everybody thinks. And again, really quick, if you have any opinion or you have a say in this, please feel free. Jimmy, what's that number?
323-743-3731.
Or hit us up on the chat. Jake.
Officers who kill people and commit other crimes need to be held accountable just like the rest of us, otherwise, they will believe that they have a license to do whatever they want. You will claim that this is just the work of a few bad apples, but what of the officers who stand by and do nothing while they commit offenses against the people they encounter, and the police departments like yours who refuse to prosecute these criminals as they would one of the citizens that they are sworn to protect? People have had enough of this corruption and violence from an organization that promises to keep them safe. After the events of the past few years, many people are now beginning to learn that you are not here to save us, but rather, you are here to oppress us and carry out the will of the criminal ruling class. You are here to keep order for the people in control, not to provide safety for the people who are being controlled. In fact, you are the very mechanism that elites use to continue their global system of oppression, and the world is finally starting to wake up to this, and they are becoming increasingly angry every time they see blood needlessly spilled without consequence. These officers must face criminal charges, and Officer Chauvin especially should face murder charges. Unfortunately, we do not trust your corrupt organization to carry out justice, so we will be exposing your many crimes to the world. We are Legion. Expect us.
Not us.
Yeah.
Not Super Audio Network
Other crimes
specifically.
need to be held accountable.
Not Super Audio or the JAG show specifically. Or
Our lawyers in the chat. Our lawyers in the chat. He'll take care of the disclaimer, but not Super Audio Network. That was Anonymous. Go ahead, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it's definitely out there that it's police department or the whole police departments within our country is like infiltrated. I think so. Too much shit happens with fucking white people taking their abuse of authority way too far.
Yeah, and like it's unfortunate because they use like the brotherhood thing, and I don't want to like throw that kind of a bond under the bus, or not to say that I'm like shitting on everything. However, there are things that people say to manipulate you and to keep you where they need you to be. And the Anonymous also on their tweet, they have a whole bunch of text that they released about the kind of scripts that you're gonna hear on the news, on traditional media like ABC7 and CNN and all the traditional. They call it mainstream media, but it's like traditional. They call it traditional media now. So there's a lot of information that you're gonna hear and a lot of key words. Like if you're, for example, during the COVID-19 stuff, if you were watching TV, you would hear some commercials that say, during this and all of this new normal, enjoying the new normal. It's like, those key words that
They're trying to
like, they're Pavlovian, bro.
This is you know what? This is the scary thing about this whole COVID-19 thing is just like, what if this is just all fucking a plan? Now, like, what if they're just fucking trying to take control of the masses by this COVID-19 thing? These things always just go through my head. I don't know, they're just random thoughts.
It's funny because like it sounds crazy, And if we do something, people are gonna be like, no, those guys are crazy. Those guys are crazy. But when you start pulling things together, people will also say, well, you're also plucking at, you're plucking at hairs. You're, connecting dots that shouldn't be connected. But when that, like, the education system is being defunded only so that they can toss it over to the military and, like, extend the Patriot Act and, like, do crazy shit like that and get us in debt. The stimulus check. So congratulations, we get to pay that back.
Yeah, no. Now we're definitely not getting a second stimulus.
Yeah, I know, right? No, I'm gonna take it away. Nope. Yeah, but watch, it's just crazy.
Like as far as working goes, like you received a stimulus check. I assume everybody did, right?
Yeah.
If you made less than, what was it, 95,000 or 99,000 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
90,000. There was a cutoff. If you made more, then you didn't get it.
95.
Something like that. 95.
Hey.
And so, like, did it help you out at all? Like, because there's a lot of talk about that. Like, oh well, I don't want a stimulus check because we have to pay it back, like Jimmy says. But honestly, like, it helps, and eventually you might have to pay it back. But right now, in times where people aren't working, people need the money.
But that wasn't by choice, though. I didn't ask to work from home. Like, the system made us send people who can't do work from home. Like, whoops, sorry. Well, here's $1,200.
Yeah, exactly. People that aren't getting paid because they're not working from home, they need that money. I mean, I would assume that that would be a huge relief on everything that's going on right now. At the moment.
Agreed. Agreed. That's some help. However, it sucks that I'm giving you poison, but I'm also selling you the cure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. Do you agree with that, Mike?
Yeah, on some sort of level, like, yeah, I think they're doing it all for their benefit.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's money, son. And some people, somebody in the back here is making a lot of it.
Yeah.
Of
course.
Us.
Hey,
We're not getting a cent.
Do any of you guys have to drive? Do any of you guys have to drive to work?
Yeah, me.
What the hell was that?
That was your house.
Oh.
It was a fucking goat.
Hey, Jason. Hey, Jason, you got everybody thinking you're going to sleep already. They go. Jason going to Mimi's. It's Jay.
It's the nap time.
Hey, right here. Adrian Martinez said Jason ready for a nap, and Jay Wolfie said Jason ready to go Mimi's.
Hey,
Mimi's time.
Jason looks like when you're first talking to a girl and your face. It's always on the bed, like.
So, girl.
Hey, girl.
That's what it reminds me of.
What you doing?
Don't do that. That's gross.
Nap show.
Hey, no.
What are you wearing?
Apologize for no, but
He's teasing.
like I have a headache right now.
Hold on, yeah, you got a call.
And so, we got a call.
Caller. Who's on the line?
Hello.
This is a blast from the past, ready to tap that ass.
What?
Is that Brian? No. Dude.
Hey, what's up, fuckers?
Who are you?
You're telling me that you spent close to 3 years with me side by side, and you don't recognize my sweet, beautiful voice?
Man. Oh, I mean, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys? I just wanted to say just a couple things. I wanted to ask you guys a couple questions. Just two things, and I'll leave you guys to it. One, how do you guys feel about people who receive stimulus checks that continued working. How do you feel about those people? People who never got an interruption of work, yet still receive a stimulus check. And then another completely unrelated question, just want to put the tinfoil hat on. How do you guys seen the conspiracy that the particular EMTs that showed up to save or to check up on Floyd were not actual EMTs? They were wearing
They were
flak
sheriffs.
jackets. They were cops
haven't heard-
with guns on their waistbands. Anyway, that's something that you guys should look into because it all looks staged.
Yeah.
Damn.
So okay, if you watch that George Floyd video, what Angel's referring to is when Mr. Floyd, when they called the EMTs to pick up Mr. Floyd. The EMTs usually wear a blue suit. They almost look like cops, but they don't have the equipment waistband. They don't have a baton. They don't have handcuffs. They don't have a gun. They don't have mags. What they have is like Band-Aid. They have like a little pack. I know because I know an EMT. They have like a little pack filled with like first aid stuff, a marker,
Condoms.
just things of that nature. Condoms if you need them. EMTs, shout out. But what happened in this video is the ambulance arrives and two police officers come out instead of EMTs and have gloves on, right? Like they're supposed to. The officer, because he has weapons, he has handcuffs, he has a baton, he has a badge. You know, it's a cop. It's a cop.
Yeah.
They put him in the stretcher, they put him in the gurney, and they put him in the ambulance, and they drive off. And that's something that's not really covered by these guys back here.
Wow.
Yeah. So
watch
if
that again, 'cause
look at the video and look at the EMTs. Focus on the EMTs. Don't believe me. Watch it for yourself. And then
Yeah,
going
the
to
other thing
Angel's
I'll
first-
say, if you don't mind, Jimmy, what I'll also say is if you look, what are EMTs supposed to do when they arrive on scene? They're supposed to check on the victim, supposed to check vitals, check a pulse, make sure that the person is, find out what the condition of the victim is so that they know how to care. And if you look at the video
and his
closely,
neck was
these
flopping
guys
around
come
too.
in. These guys come in and they don't do anything of the sort. They literally grab the body, they drag it to the gurney, they pick him up and throw him in an ambulance, and that's just not proper procedure for an EMT.
Fuck, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy
Definitely
stuff.
Wow.
Anyway, guys, I just wanted to come in and
Hey,
stir the pot a little bit.
Hey,
I'm watching from home.
as far as the people getting money because they're still working and getting stimulus check, hey, fuck that. We're still good, man. You know what they want to do? They want to give the
Yeah,
people,
you're-
they want to give the people who are getting $600 unemployment. They want to go back to work now. Now that things are back to normal, they're like, oh, go back to work. They don't want to, so they want to let them keep $450 till July just to go back to work. Fuck those people. We deserve it. All right, peace.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for taking the call. Appreciate it. I'll leave you guys back to your show. I'm watching from home.
Thank you, Angel.
Thank you very much. Catch you guys later.
Thanks.
Hey, fuck Angel.
Hey, eat a bag of dicks. All right.
He's gone.
Angel. Oh, wow. What happened to Jimbo? Anyway.
He took off. He had to take a shit.
Huh?
He took off. He had to take a shit.
Did you fucking... Oh. No, but it is.
All
It
right.
is, it is kind of crazy. I didn't hear the whole conspiracy with the EMTs going on.
Wow.
That's a little wild.
Wait.
That's a little wild.
That's great. Hey, that's a current
begin.
contest. That's a current contest that's going on right now. Jason is posed like a draw me like a French girl. That's the contest. Draw Jason right now like a French girl, and send me in. And whoever
Oh, man.
whoever does the first
What's up?
the best drawing will win.
Hashtag.
So go ahead, let's do your drawing and send it to me, Jason.
Draw me like the girls you
Dr-
draw, Jack.
Draw me like a French girl contest. You'll win a prize. I guarantee you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Seriously. Hashtag. Draw me, Jason.
Draw me like a French girl, Jason.
Draw me like a French girl, Jason. Tag
Go ahead.
us and the Super Audio Network. Show us your artwork, and we'll send you a prize.
Hey, send it, guaranteed. Go ahead, Jason.
Yeah, seriously.
All right, Mike. I have a quiz. So our guests come on, and we ask them if they have some sort of experience, the pair, or how it is that they got it. You know what they're into, anything related. Would experience some story that you would like to share with anybody in the paranormal?
Yeah, actually, like, ever since I moved to the house, we've been having a lot of fucking weird activity in the house. And actually, like 2 days ago, like, man, it's just a little crazy. Like, since I've moved to this place, like, even before me, my girl and I getting the house, like, I told her, hey, this place feels kind of weird. Like, I felt like this weird feeling over me.
A heaviness.
Yeah. And she's like, I don't feel anything. I was like, okay, well, whatever. It's a cool house, so whatever.
Right.
So, and ever since, like, I've been experiencing, like, weird fucking shit going on in the house. There's a ghost dog. There's, I know it sounds stupid. It sounds stupid, I know. But, so, I have a dog named Louie. I like to fuck around at night because she spells his name Louis, like the French would say Louis. But I say, I fuck around and say, we're in America, it's called Louis. And so, I always call him Louis. And for a while, with that dog, I've been experiencing a lot of shit. Here at this house, anytime this dog comes into our room, he always scratches at the door. Before we even let him in, he scratches at the door. I let him in, and then he'll bark at me. He'll do a polite bark for me to pick him up and put him on the bed. He won't stop barking at all, right? So, one night, I'm like, I'm in our bedroom. I leave like a crack open for the door, and because I know Louis is gonna come in at some point, and so I hear the door open, and I hear little feet, his little feet. And I hear the scratching, but I don't hear the bark. And I'm like, okay, that's a little strange. Because, like, Louis always barks, no matter what. He'll bark.
Okay.
And so I look around the room, and I don't see Louis. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I go to the living room where my girl's at. She's watching a movie. And all the dogs are asleep with her. And I'm like, hey, did Louis get off the bed? And she's like, no, we've been watching this movie for the past hour or so. They're
out.
Yeah, they were all sleeping with her.
Yeah.
On the couch. And I go, and I didn't believe her. I was like, no. Like, he got off, right? She's like, no, he's under the covers. He's right here with me. Like, okay. I think this thing whatever's in the house, I don't think it's malicious. I think it's just toying with me. It's playing with me.
All right.
Another night, I hear a lady singing in the room. And it's it's at 3 a.m, and I hear clear as a bell, a fucking woman singing in the room. And my girl's knocked out. Like, if the world was ending, she would still be knocked out. And I woke up and I grabbed her because it freaked me the fuck out. I was like, did you hear that? I was like, there's a woman singing in here. And then, like, she was like, go back to sleep. Like, in the room. So So I mean, I know it's not that. I think it's just fucking with. I think it's playing games with me or something. I don't know. But I, ever since I went to the Demon House in Las Vegas. Have you? I don't know if you've ever gone through that Zach Bagans museum where he has all. Okay, so my girl and I.
There, but yeah.
My girl and I, we go every time we go to punk rock bowling. We always make a stop there. That's our thing. We always like going in there. And the last room that you go there, that you encounter from the tour, it's called the Demon Room. And apparently it's like from, I forgot what case it's from, but it's supposedly one of the most demonic fucking haunted houses that America's ever had. And they tore it apart and they took some of the parts from the house and they built it in this room, and it's called the Demon Room. And so I went in there twice, and because like I was all interested. I was like, what the fuck, like,
Yeah.
And ever since I went to that room, that's when I was experiencing weird shit with ghosts. Because other than that, before I didn't believe in ghosts.
Right.
And then weird shit started happening, and I was just like, okay, maybe it followed me.
Yeah. Yeah, so you think like something from there maybe followed you and now affecting the new house? Is that
I think so. Like, 2 nights ago, I was watching TV really late at night, like at 2 in the morning, and I think that's when I talked to you, Jimmy. I don't know. It was really late at night or something, but
Yeah.
I had turned off the TV, and then I got up and I turned off the lights off the kitchen and the living room, and then I went toward my room. There's a slide door before you get in there. I was closing that slide door, and then I see a blue light in the room, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then the TV's back on, and I'm like, what the fuck?
oh
So it's
Wow.
something's fucking with me at the house. I think it thinks it's funny or something because
You haven't felt like any sort of like scared feeling or fear or
I do, yeah. Well, okay. Anytime, maybe, and maybe I'm just psyching myself out to like just because I don't. Okay, I can't say I don't believe in it, but because it's obviously.
I'm still waiting for my experience so I can be like,
Dude,
yes, I believe it.
I was there at some point until all this shit was happening because I was like, I don't fucking believe in ghosts. I've never seen anything. I've never experienced anything.
Yeah.
But ever since, like, yeah, man, like, the hairs on my body stand up. Like, anytime I feel weird. I've never felt that before.
Really? And
all over-
when you walked into that room in Vegas, did you feel anything, or was it just, oh, it's just a room, I don't feel
Oh no,
nothing?
I felt something, and I told my girlfriend at the time, I was like, it felt weird in there. I felt something heavy. Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I didn't even know how to explain it. But she was like, fuck that, I'm not going in there. She wouldn't go in there ever. And
Things, or she's just like, nah, you're crazy.
I think it's fucking with me. It's not doing anything.
Ah.
Yeah.
and that's been said before where it's not even but the actual person follow you or things are just with that's why they say like when it's like poltergeist activity if there are it's not so much the person but like it happens at one house they move and then it happens the same things happen at that house because it's that person themselves and that when you went to that something was attached to you. It was interested in you for some reason, and it just clung on. It's like, hey, oh yeah, let's go for a ride, homie. And now, shit is happening. By any chance, have you
found out like a little bit of the history of like, the place or like anything that's happened there?
No, all I know from this place is it's a house built in 1950, and you know it's only had I think four owners or something total. And
Okay.
I'm sure at some point I mean it's from the 50s, so someone have had to have died, you know, and I don't know if it happened here, but maybe there was a strong connection. But when we bought the house, they didn't tell us any of that, and
No.
yeah. So who knows?
That's crazy. I mean, that's pretty interesting. Have you ever tried to like communicate with it or like just say hello? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We have I forgot what they're fucking called, but
A spirit box?
Huh?
Like a spirit box?
Yeah, that.
Okay.
Oh, okay. And what have you caught anything on film or?
Yeah, I'll send it to you. I should have sent it to you today, but
we can do it for future episodes. We'll cover it. We can come back.
Yeah. We have a spirit box in the house.
Whoa, what is that?
What the hell? Is that you?
No way.
It's not me, right?
I don't think so. It's not me. What the fuck?
What do you mean it wasn't you? It's one of you guys over there. So what did you guys
Nah,
doing?
it ain't me.
Right.
Nah, I'm not.
I'm
Well, then
I'm
it's Jason moving around or something.
So I don't know.
No, I have my phone right here. No, it's Jimmy moving his mic.
No, I didn't move it
He
while
wasn't-
that sound was going on.
All right, it's the government.
Oh, here. Boom, boom, boom. FBI, open up. Dang, guys, we may have just had our first paranormal experience live. Okay, because you were talking about it, and we were talking about reaching out,
Maybe.
and we're just saying.
Damn, that's crazy, man. If it is something,
Wow. Hashtag Jag first.
Who knows?
Look, we'll be posting that. We'll be posting that tomorrow. We'll listen to that, and hopefully we can dissect something out of it. That's crazy. All right.
And other than ghosts, I've had like a weird experience. It was outside in the day, and I saw this fucking thing up in the sky. It looked like a UFO to me.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You posted it. It's on your Instagram. If you want to give that out, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's on my personal account. It's on Viva Hate 1987.
Let me see if I can whip it out.
Whip it out.
Please describe what happened that day.
So, this was around 11:40 in the morning. This was a Saturday on April 25th, and I went to the gas station to get gas and get some drinks for me and my girl, and where I parked at, I had gotten in my car, and yeah, that fucking thing. I had gotten in my car, and my windows are up, and sometimes you know how you can see like a glare or something like on your window from the sun reflecting off. I thought it was something like that, and I was like, I don't know, it looks a little too strange, and so I rolled down the window, and it was still there, and it was moving up and down, and it was getting brighter and dimmer at the same time, and it was like pulsating, and it would go high like very abruptly, and then it would go back to where it was. It was weird, and I don't know, man. It looked weird because I don't know if you could see in that shot where you see those lights that are reflecting off of the thing in the middle, the shiny thing in the middle.
Right. It's like a cylinder. If you haven't seen it, it's like a cylinder in the sky. It's literally the only thing in the sky that he's recording. and from this cylinder, there's like there's like a light beam, almost like astigmatism, but like there's like a light beaming. I mean, like that's the only way you can describe it, and it's also because you posted another video. Where did you find that one? Because it almost looks identical.
Yeah. So I found that one off of MUFON on MUFON.com. Like you could.
Oh yeah.
I went down the rabbit hole and I was looking up just different UFOs from different cities in the U.S. And I found this one in Texas, and it's exactly the same fucking thing, but it's at night.
Yeah, man, that's insane. We're gonna post that one up as well, right after the podcast. But it's crazy, man. Like, how long did it last? Because it's only a minute on the video.
So I was out there for about 25 minutes, just staring at it because it was so weird. Just even looking at it.
Was it moving?
It was moving. Yeah, it was moving around, but it would not go around. It would stay in the same general area, but it would move up and down, or it would go to the side a little. And for a second, I thought, oh, maybe someone tied something onto a string or some shit. But I don't know. When I saw it, there was nothing that you could see that if it was tied to something. Are you okay?
Sorry.
Jason?
I just fucking puked my brains out.
Oh, dude.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah. Sorry for leaving so suddenly, but I was just... It was kind of weird.
It's that COVID.
You got about 10 you got about 10 minutes left in the feed, bro. It's up to you.
Oh, God. Oh, I feel way better now.
And then Jimmy's camera went out. What happened to your camera, Jimmy?
Jimmy,
give me a sec.
You waiting to have sex? Oh, there he is.
Oh, there it goes.
There we go. No, I did not. I would have hooked you, bro. Check it out. Let's see if we can see it now.
So yeah, you see the little light that's coming off on each end of that little cylinder? I thought that was like some sort of string of some sort. I was like, someone's fucking with everybody here. But there was nothing attached to whatever that light thing was. There was nothing attached to it. So, and it was just straight up in the sky and nothing else was holding it. So I was like, oh man, maybe it is a UFO. Who knows? It probably isn't. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't want to say full on that it's a UFO for sure, but it was fucking weird. It was strange and it caught my attention. And all the people around me, they saw it too. And not only that, but there was another one showed up. I didn't video that one because I was just so fixated on the one that I had my camera on. And then when I turned off my camera, because like my girl was texting me, she was like, hey, when are you gonna be home? She was giving me shit. I look up to the side and I'm like, there's another one. And then the other guy was like, hey, do you see that one? And I'm like, oh shit.
What?
And we looked back at the other one that we were focused on at first. We looked back to the second one, and that one's gone. And then it's just the one that I was filming. And I don't know how long it stayed there after I left, because I had to leave. A girl was bugging.
Dude, that's an insane experience, and from what I saw in the video, that's a crazy ass there, man. I don't know how to.
Yeah.
Wow, that's.
I sent it over to these guys that know how to like tamper with video and stuff to see if I fucked with it in any way, shape, or form, like if I staged it or something. And he did it to where you know how you see a negative in a picture? He kind of did that with the video. And when he did that, you could actually see a cylinder shape inside that glowing thing in the middle.
Wow.
Glow overall.
Yeah.
Cylinder shape. That's crazy.
So It was crazy. And you know what? It might be a fucking satellite. Who fucking knows? But I don't think satellites stay there for like fucking around that whole area for 25 minutes straight and moving up and down. I don't know.
That's insane. And you know what? It could be or what if it is like somebody just saying hello, somebody check COVID, and when did this happen?
On April 25th.
April 20th.
And I got in touch with MUFON too. They have my video up on there and everything. You can look it up. You can.
Definitely check. That's quite the video, man.
Yeah, weird, man, for sure.
And like I said, somebody, the whole COVID thing, it started back maybe back in,
I think in
oh no, but
Yeah,
like
February, November, February, March.
sometime.
Here, the lockdown was March 13th, Friday the 13th. Oddly enough,
Friday the 13th.
Was it?
March 13th was a just
Wow.
weird speck on the already March, April, now June.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's times are fucking strange right now, you know.
It's been a
Definitely.
long. We've what if we're just like some sort of experiment that people are, but like other beings are, working on, and right now they're just checking in on how we're doing, like how everything's going, and
Probably.
What's up, bro? Oh shit!
Yeah. I'm sure they think we're all fucking savages, on some part.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
they're like, man, these guys are stupid. Yeah.
The cure for cancer.
Like, have you guys ever read Chariots of the Gods?
no,
No, but I've seen the they filmed something on it, and I watched that. That was really, really awesome.
It's an interesting book. Like it pretty much discusses. It asks more questions than anything on there. It's just speculation, but it's a lot of good things to speculate on, and like it pretty much puts out the theory that that aliens intervene with human civilization. So, and they've put a lot of probable or plausible fucking theories out there. So, if you guys are interested in some shit like that, I'd check out Chariots of the Gods. It's such an interesting book, and you could finish it like within 2 days. It's small, but it's very interesting. You won't want to put the book down.
let's
Hell
check
yeah.
that out. Chariots of the Gods. I like that. That sounds like a band fucking name, dude. Like
Yeah, right.
the gods. This one's called. Believe that we got to the point that we are not on our own, but with some
Some help.
intervention. I think it's totally that we had a little help along, and there's a lot of hieroglyphs, and there's a lot of different evidence around the world that shows that our ancestors possibly fucked around with aliens, and now we are where we are because of them. That we are to them.
Yeah, speaking of what are they called? Those etchings on the wall. Yeah. They in that book you see a lot of those a lot of images of that. Like there's even some of like a helicopter, which looks fucking.
Yeah, we've seen that too. Yeah. the idea of a pyramid that not only is seen in Egypt but in South America, in Mexico, Central America, and like all the way. I know that in the Himalayas or somewhere near there, they have found some pyramids on there as well. So it's just like all sorts of craziness, and then there's still stuff that hasn't been even touched. You know what I mean? Like most of the stuff is underwater. Like 70%. What is it? 70%, 80% of the Earth is now underwater.
I think, yeah, like that. But I don't know if you've seen like they came out with this like I don't know like a few years back, definitely in the 2000s, that they found like this pyramid in Antarctica that's covered by ice, and they were able to fucking detect that through like I don't know some sort of images, some aerial images that they took, and they found out there was a pyramid out there, which is fucking interesting in itself, you know.
See those kind of shapes all over the world that are millions and millions of years old. There's also imagery of snakes as well. I mean, I guess snakes are all over the world. However,
reptilians, dude.
Yeah, reptilians. Images of a handbag. It looks like a handbag anyway. It's like a trapezoid with a little arc on it, and you see a lot of holy characters in there, like hieroglyphs holding this handbag, and that handbag has been seen in like Mesopotamia, in ancient Egypt, in Mesoamerica. Like you've seen the and we don't know what that handbag represents. It's crazy.
Man, crazy. It's intense. Dre, time, man. Orale. I have one more video to show. And it's a UFO video. Dre, if you could pull up, it's one of a light over a mountain. What looks like a light over a mountain. It's a green light.
You got 2 minutes, bro.
It's not up?
I'm saying you got 2 minutes. I'm gonna play the video and that's it.
It's timing, man.
Yeah, it's a short video. That one.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and play. Oh no. Is that it? No, that's not. Oh, you know what? Try that one. I think it's that one.
Just kidding.
That's a volcano.
So go ahead and play that one really quick.
It's playing.
The UFO going into the volcano. I think that's Popocatépetl.
So it goes in and then it fucking takes off. What do you think about that, Mike? What do you think that could be?
I mean, I don't think it's anything that's, at least from what we know, I don't think it's anything that any world power possesses. That's just my theory. But who knows? I also hear that we take these ships and we try to model them, and what's it called back?
Reverse engineering.
Reverse engineering, yeah. So who knows? It might be something from the government that's just fucking secretive, you know?
That we copied, yeah.
That we just copied, reverse engineered, and now we have that technology that won't come out.
But
Go ahead.
From something alien.
Definitely. It definitely could be, man. You know what? I think that's all the time that we have for today. Thank you so much, Mike, for joining us today on another episode of the JAG Show. Let everybody know where they can find you, as well as Punks for Change, man. Let everybody know. Tell everybody how they can get in contact with you guys.
If you'd like to get in touch with Punks for Change, just go to Punks for Change on Instagram. All one word, PUNKS. The number 4, change, all one word. Either on Facebook or Instagram.
All right. Thank you so much, Mike, for joining us, man.
Thank you.
You are awesome. Always welcome back, man. As for us, you can also find us on Instagram at The Jag Show, on Facebook at Official Jag Show, on Twitter at Official Jag Show, always on the Super Audio Networks.
Right.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mike.